Part of Alaska or all of Alaska?
As long as the light's not blinking, then you're good.
How about now? That's that day.
No, yeah, you're blinking. Yeah.
Josh and Luke talking.
There it is.
You had to drive 3 hours away.
Right.
And you'll notice the difference.
If you listen to Bill Burr, his podcast, he does one thing where he talks about, was it Tiger Woods? Mm-hmm. And when he slept with someone, remember he had like an affair with his wife.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said it was so funny, like how these like these reporters, like they were all like overweight, like coming out of their little caves. So it was absolutely apprehensible his behavior. It's like, meanwhile, there's a whole school, like a bus full of women that just want to bang you. Mm-hmm. He's like, no one is prepared. No guy is prepared for that sort of temptation. Mm-hmm. You know, he's
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah,
he's like, luckily, if you live like a regular life, it's like you don't have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But like when you're Tiger Woods, it's like people judge him.
But it makes you wonder why. Why would there be a bus full of women that wants to bang you?
Status.
Because first of all, it's just golf.
Right. I mean, you could
Why?
say that. You could say that for anything, though.
You can say that for anything. You can say it for NASCAR.
It's just
Football.
singing.
Singing.
It's just playing the piano.
But that's something like, why is like any sport or why does it make it attractive? Just status? Oh, there's somebody that's known, so I want to be with them.
Yeah.
So that way, it's like I'm known.
I feel like most women would summarize it down to security. That's like a word.
What security is it? It's not just you. It's going to be multiple women.
Right. So what's secure about it if every woman wants it?
I don't think it's about security. I think it's about...
I agree.
I did that. It's like a name brand.
Right.
I had that.
Right.
He chose me.
Right.
It's
you gotta like
that,
prove your value.
And
it clearly works on both sides too. It's like guys try and get like the hottest girl, women try and get like the most, what is it, like statusy.
Yeah. Hierarchy.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
So it's like, I mean, as long as everyone's honest about it, it's like that is the fact of life. Like,
But they wouldn't actually want to stay married or with that person to go out of their mind.
it depends on the person.
It's kind of
it's like a combination of things. It's like you're not gonna talk to a girl that you just find like emotionally attractive. It's like there also has to be like a physical attraction too. You know,
You have to have both.
right?
It's like an egg. You have to have the yolk and the whites.
Yeah, you need both.
Or you can't scramble it.
And then you got your cheese, and then a little bit of salt, black pepper.
You need your frying pan.
And you know, the frying pan is kind of like your car. Takes you where you go. Oh, I'm getting lost.
Gets deeper and deeper.
Did you oil the pan? That's not the point.
Do you have a flame to heat it?
Getting lost in analogies. Oh, I forget where I was going. It's just sick of like hearing people like drunken escapades. Like there's no reason. Like I'm not interested. I have zero interest.
Well, they're so proud of it. That's what's weird.
right. So why would I
That's
ask
how
someone?
drunk I got last night.
I'd rather
you
save
lost
the
me when
energy.
you said drunk.
I'd rather save the energy. I don't care how drunk you got.
It's like you should be proud that you got so hammered.
Well, it's a weird thing because it's like people. It's like they know they can't be proud of it, but they'll do this like pretend shame. They'll like say it
With a smile on their face.
right. Exactly. It's like this pretend shame. Say, oh my god, I guess I did, and they have a smile. It's like, right, like why are you saying words as if you're ashamed, but your actions show that you're not, and this is something you enjoy.
Yeah. Oops.
Your physical conflictions make me not interested in your story.
That's why when you're serious with them, like, that's not good. It's like,
yeah. It's like, okay, the conversation's over, you party pooper.
I know.
You just
You
shut them
Debbie
up.
Downer.
Isn't your knowledge just a collection of perspectives?
Pretty much, think of it as you have a giant empty space and you're filling with experiences that you learn, knowledge.
It's just so weird how it's all connected.
Right, would you say like that?
Knowledge.
Yeah, kind of like what you're saying.
It's a collection of
You
perspectives.
go through life, you learn something, you kind of try to remember
file
that
it.
and file it pretty much. Mm-hmm. And some things we file everything, but we can't remember everything.
Yeah. That's really interesting too.
That's why it's called knowledge. Wisdom is not the same thing.
Well, that was interesting, that materialism versus...
Dualism.
Was that what it was? Dualism?
Dualism means there's matter, like the material world, and there's a spiritual world. Dual.
Oh, well, to me, that seems pretty obvious.
Because I always said, like spiritual, that's not matter. It's not made out of molecules.
Right.
Think, well, how could it be a thing if there's no molecules? That's the point of it.
Right, I got to be able to measure it.
Because, like, the saying, like, oh, yeah, well, if God made everything, where did God come from? God was a spirit. He wasn't matter. He was a word. You think, well, that makes no sense. Where did it come from? It's word. It's not material. It's not molecules.
Well, it's like, if you want something that makes sense, what makes sense to you?
That's the best explanation, wouldn't you think?
But,
Like, here you go, nothing from nothing. Or there was something that's not materialistic that made materialistic.
Something from nothing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like that, well, I'm like, okay, at least that's a little more fathomable. Still, like, magical, I get it. Almost hard to believe that, but at least it's like some kind of thing that we can experience even now, like the mind.
Like the word was first.
Right. The word, that's how it was phrased, I think, in the Bible too. The word was first, or the word was the beginning. I could be wrong on that.
Not the thought?
The word.
The word was first?
Which is, it's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it was spoken into existence, basically.
Right. Like God, that's the thing, God is a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
What are spirits? Well, they're not made out of material.
Right.
So if it's a non-material world, making a material world, okay, I can get that. But if it's like, oh, it's just like, poof, I'm like, well, where did that come from? Oh, nothing.
Right.
It's like, at least I need something. Give me some magical thing.
It's like they're both magical.
Right.
In their way.
They're both ridiculous in the way of well, I mean ridiculous, unfathomable.
Right.
But the one saying it's absolutely started from nothing. It just happened. Well, at least God's way is an explanation. Oh, it was a spirit, and spirits are made out of material, like atoms and all this stuff. I'm like, okay.
And the reason
I get it.
I would lean more towards that, like the word was first, is because I feel like I could just sense spirituality.
Well, you've seen it. Like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Right.
You've done the Reiki. You know what it is.
Right. It's a real thing.
It's unmaterial. It's not material.
And it's like, you can call it science, but good luck measuring it. Mm-hmm. You know, like people actually call like Reiki a form of science. There's no way to measure it.
Right? It's like channeling energy, you said?
Yeah.
I was watching, what's his name? Rupert
Sheldrake.
He was, you said this to me before too, with the mice all across the world. If you do, let's say it's in California, and you do a trick, and they learn the trick.
Like
all
a maze.
All of a sudden, all the mice around all different laboratories around the world know it even beforehand.
Right.
It's like, how's that? Why is that? That's not materialistic.
Right.
How did they learn that?
That's proof that there's some sort of wireless connection amongst the species.
Right.
And we might even be connected to the same thing. Like, who the heck knows? It just proves that there's something we don't understand. How are these mice connected? Are we connected to what they're connected to? They did the same test on humans, where like a certain part of the world, they had them like solve this test, and it took like a long time. And then they had like another part of the world try and take the test, and it was like even faster. And then like faster and faster, because like somehow this knowledge was like getting put into this wireless information center telepathically, like however you want to call it. It's like, it's strange, and we don't know how to measure that. That's science.
Science can't explain that.
Yeah, how the heck would they measure that? I have nothing for that. I mean, maybe we could like compare it to some sort of Wi-Fi.
So strange.
Right? Like trying to simplify it. Or like how dogs know when you're coming home.
Yeah, that's really always strange.
Yeah.
Like when Maria was on vacation with Grace and Glenn, and Peggy was at home, the whole time nothing, she'd just be like normal. But the day Maria was coming back, like she's leaving, Peggy's all excited, her tail's wagging, she's always like waiting by the door. I'm like, then she knows this is the day she's coming back.
Yeah. How?
Like why? Humans aren't even like that. Oh yeah, I know.
Well, honestly, I think humans would be more like that if we didn't have so many distractions. Like
we do have a lot of distractions.
I guarantee we could tap into that stuff, but they don't want us to.
But
there's no money in us tapping into that. Mm-hmm. But if we turn on TV or like go on Facebook, then it's like someone's
controlling.
profiting. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, not how like that stuff exists. A dog knows when you're coming home, or like mice can like channel energy. Like, you know the feeling, like I said, you get, let's say if you're walking outside, you just get a chill down your spine and your hair stands up. It just feels like really eerie. What do you think like that's something to do with that world too? Like there's something
tough.
there. It just feels like there's a presence.
Right. Like I've experienced that on multiple occasions, but then sometimes I'm like, am I just like psyching myself out? You know?
Yeah, but it's not like I'm thinking of anything. I just go out and all of a sudden it's just like, there's something. It instantly hits and you just like, it's just eerie.
I've had it out of nowhere, and then I've also had it like after watching a freaky movie or something.
Right.
So it's like, I could dismiss those, but it's like, how much of it is in your head? How much of it is kind of hard to determine?
And it could be. It's possible. That's me. I don't think I would know.
I don't know if this is true, but I remember reading something about, let me see if I can find it. Something about people in Alaska communicating telepathically. Sounds ridiculous. Alaska telepathy. It comes up. Elon Musk is seriously starting a telepathy company. Oh, God.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, I remember reading something about basically like in Alaska or some sort of, it was Alaska.
Part of Alaska or all of Alaska?
It was basically like because of the distance and of like housing and everything. It's like people would just be like, oh, so-and-so is coming over for dinner tonight. And like they would just like set up and then that person would like show up.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
Like you have to experience. Well, I could ask Megan because she's in Alaska.
She's just like super chill about, oh yeah. Yeah, we know what everyone's thinking all the time. There's no radio waves, so it's like.
Yeah, they don't have radio waves, do they?
Probably not as much. It's just not as like built. Like if you're going to New York or LA.
You know how peaceful it must be up there?
It's got to feel different.
Because there's nothing.
We're blasted. I was kind of disappointed when we went to the desert and I had full bars.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, cool. Also, that's not that cool. It's
right.
Like, we got away.
Well, because the city was only 12 miles away.
I know. We suck at finding
I could
desolation.
bring you to more of a desert, but you have to drive farther.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down.
Well, at least to check it out sometime. And like this is still our spot.
Yeah, I like it.
But like if you want to see like, here we go, like I said, if you want to see the Milky Way, if you want to see like what it's like to be like utterly peaceful, you have to drive 3 hours away.
Right.
And you'll notice the difference. Bigfoot's there.
Bigfoot in the desert. Right, well, I can't find anything about the Alaskan thing. But I did find something. Everyone has telepathic abilities. Nearly everyone has heard of telepathy. Of course, not everybody believes there's such a mental ability. Telepathic communication works best between two people who are emotionally compatible with each other, but it also works among complete strangers. Okay. What a waste of reading.
Right.
That was.
What's the point?
Apples are always red, except when they're green. Like, oh, okay. I can say numerous examples of spontaneous telepathic communication with my wife, but it also happened.
Let's try it right now. I want to think a short thought, and you're going to guess what I'm thinking.
A short thought?
Like I'm actually thinking of something. You could round it up. What am I thinking right now?
It's an oranges?
Huh?
Oranges?
Dude, you're way off. I'll give you a second guess.
Nah, your mind's too blank. You're not thinking hard enough on it.
All I'm thinking.
I'm blaming you on this.
I know.
Yeah, it's not on
I said
me.
I hate the melting pot. All right, my turn.
Okay. I'm going to actually try and think because I feel like you weren't like believing it.
Believe in it? Of course I do.
Yeah, but not like feeling it. You know?
Let me try again. Okay, let me think of something more complex.
Okay, but not too complex, you know. How about just make it a word?
One word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a book?
No. Guess again.
Okay. Man, it could be anything.
It's one
man.
word. Well, yeah, come on, telepathy. Think.
One word. Is it an object? Think of an object. This way you
I'm
can
not giving
picture
you
it. No. This way you can picture it, though. Like, think of an object.
Oh, okay, an object. Okay.
This way there's, like, more to it.
Okay.
Will this be entertaining for people? Chair.
Horse.
Same thing.
You sit on it. My turn.
All right.
Oatmeal.
Close. No, it's not close.
Apple.
Nah, I was thinking an apple earlier, though.
Oh, there you go.
It was like
Just delayed.
3 weeks ago. My horse thought was like a month ago.
What were you thinking?
Tell.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, we just disproved telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy doesn't exist. Not real. It's official.
We busted it.
Yeah. Busted that myth.
Isn't that kind of like intuition?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it works with like words or like how
It's kind of like intuition. Oh, I know this person's going to come here. I think that it's kind of like that's, but it's not telepathy. It's kind of like intuition. Premonition or premonition, is that what you call it?
Premonition is like seeing something before it happens. Yeah. I do think it's weird that like I feel like I could like see if someone's physicalities are lining up with like their words. You know what I mean? Like someone that is like pretending to be confident versus someone that like actually is confident.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like someone comes in and like does like wide arm things, like takes up a lot of space, and it's like,
Right.
I know what you're doing. You know, and I feel like that's not a common
We
thing.
kind of
like,
talked about that. Like confidence is a self thing. You know, it's not pushing on other people or trying to like prove it.
right, but I don't know if everyone's like perceptive of like the differences.
A lot of people don't
confidence.
think that. Like I said, I was considered not confident.
Right.
Because I don't speak of myself. That's stupid. That's not confidence. If I have to speak about how great I am, that's arrogance.
Right. I feel like if you have to speak about it, then you have.
Do you know
your
how
own
great
doubts.
I am? I don't care.
Yeah, people like, I don't know, they like being sold something sometimes. I don't, but some people do. So you got to like package something up and give it to them with a bow. It's like, man, I'd rather not wrap it up. Like, just, this is me.
And that's why we don't get a job.
Yeah. So
I was
what do
tell-
I get when I get you? Me.
Yeah. I think that I was telling everybody at work that I was like, I can't get a job. Oh, because it was, what's her name? I can't say her name. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, why didn't you guys get a job closer? Because I said we drive 30 miles. I laughed. I'm like, show me. Where is it?
Yeah.
I said, everybody's looking for work. And it's not just like you can go up and like, hey, I'm ready to work. And plus, I suck at interviews.
Right.
I suck at So it's funny because I said, I even played out the whole role for everybody there. Like, I was like, yeah, tell me about yourself. And I'm like, I don't know who I am. And I start walking away laughing. Who am I?
Wait, you did like a mock interview with them?
I was playing a whole thing, but
Yeah.
laughing to myself and like walking away at the same time. Like, who are you? I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. And I said, I've been trying to answer that question for years.
Because the problem is you're honest about it and no one else really is. It's
Right.
like if you ask someone who they are, it's like, well, I'm going to school for nursing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all over the place. Start off with just random sounds. Just would people even listen to that? I don't know.
I don't know. You can cut it up if you had to.
Yeah.
Try to mesh it together.
Yeah. All right. Put all the work into this one.
This one was just for fun.
As opposed to the other ones.
I don't know what we were talking about in the first place.
Today?
Yeah. And they were like, oh, we got to record this. And I'm like,
Yeah, because the damn headphones are too much fun. But now I feel like I can contain myself with them.